What's up, everyone? It's Aaron Schatz here, Editor-in-Chief of ASE Publishing, and today we'll be looking at the MX3 from Meizu. This is not going to be a full review. It's not going to be a full content. There were some issues I had with it, and I want to go over them, the good and the bad. So you can check out this article at ASE Labs. The ID is 46158. You can check out this and all our other pieces of content by going to www.aselabs.com. You're watching our YouTube channel right now. Hit the subscribe button. You'll be informed of all our videos as we post them. Let's take a look at this thing. This is the Meizu MX3. If you saw the unboxing, you would see that, just looks like a regular phone. I have a Galaxy S4 as a comparison. You could see that, they're fairly the same size. The MX3 might be they're all pretty much the same size. The MX3 is actually slightly bigger, but it also has, a bigger chin on the bottom. And unlike the Galaxy S3, this only has a single button on the front, and it's the home button. And you can actually, swipe up to unlock it, which is an interesting and unique feature. We'll go over more of how the operating system works in a second. The button layout of this, you have the power button up top, volumes on this side, so if you're holding the device, you're using these fingers for volume control. And on the top, you have your power button. And if they didn't include this swipe up to actually turn the device, to actually unlock or wake the device, this is really cumbersome. I never had a big phone like a Galaxy S4 before, but putting the power button on the side so your thumb can actually hit it, what a smart idea. It's a pain. It's a real pain to actually hit it up here. So if you have to constantly hit the power, if you're holding the phone like this and you have to reach the power button, that's kind of annoying. So the fact that they can swipe up and actually unlock the device is a really, really good feature. And one that they don't explain that easily, because it's really hard to understand how to use this operating system without using it and having somebody teach you how to use it already. And I'll explain that in a little bit. Unfortunately, with the problems that I'm having with the actual MX3, this is not a full review. I can't review something that just doesn't work. And, the operating system has its quirks. It's Android, but it's a really heavy skin of Android. It's not like TouchWiz on the Galaxy series. It's just totally different. Half the stuff that you would expect to work, like Google Voice, Netflix, all that has little quirks that make it not work correctly. And that's really that's telling me, okay, this is not ready for the prime time in the US market. And that's unfortunate too, because the device itself is really, really nice. I mean, obviously, other than the hardware problems that I've been encountering. So I'm going to reposition the camera to show you a little bit of what I mean about the quirkiness of the Flimey operating system. Let's turn this thing on. Alright. Now, to unlock this is the normal lock screen. You just swipe up from the bottom. And this is the base operating system that's installed. It's Android to a point, but it's running its own launcher. You can put Nova Launcher if you want to. That's what I used to do when I was using the device. But this is the basic operating system. You can see that it's very iPhone-y. It looks like MUI actually. So all the applications just be on your home screens, and that's basically it. This is the browser, stock browser, which is fine. And I should connect to Wi-Fi. So let me do that real quick. Wi-Fi password's in there. And it was a hell of a time to get it in there. And I'm going to show you real quick why before I go into any further. So let me show you why I'm having a big deal with this phone. So I'm going to show you a little drawing program, and watch. It's drawing all over the place, but wait, what just happened there? Why did that just happen? So wait, something's wrong. Something's wrong here. Yeah, there's a dead spot in this touch screen. So that's the issue I'm facing. And it really is a problem when you're trying to type in something, right? So you hear this G is fine. Oh, that's not an F, that's a G. That's a V, and even though I'm putting the C, and that's a Y, so you can see that makes the phone kind of unusable. So that's the problem that I'm facing. So that's the hardware issue that I'm talking about. But let's go into settings. You can see that it looks nothing like stock Android at all. Here is the Wi-Fi, and you have, your basic things for, networks. The options are very similar. Let's go into Bluetooth is fine. You have the home screen and theme manager and stuff. Kind of useless though. brightness, sound, no idea what that is. Oh, here we go. This is the lock screen. So let's go to, oh wait. How do I set pattern lock? Wait, I can't. That's a problem. This is supposed to be Android. Where's face unlock? Where's pattern unlock? Where's pin unlock? The only one you get is passcode? Alright, so I want to hit passcode lock. What is this? What am I, on an iPhone? This is crazy. So let's do 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so now I'm going to lock the device and show you what I just did. Boop. So now you can see these things are up here. So you can actually do like this. Oh, wrong password. 1, 2, 3, 4. So honestly, like, it's just not, to me, it's not worth it. It's I don't know, it's just weird. Okay, you got language, English, that's great. You have the Flime or Flimey keyboard. And if you're going to have this device, I suggest putting the standard Google keyboard, which you can download off the Play Store. Oh, and by the way, this does have access to the Google Play Store. Over here, you can find it. And it has everything that the Google Play Store has. There's no restrictions on it. So if you want applications off the Google Play Store, that means you get access to Google Play services. So that's fine. That's a positive of the unit. It's not like this cheap knockoff. This is actually a supported handset from Google itself, meaning their Play services at least. So I'm going to show you the browser again, and I'm going to highlight this down here, this bar down here. Now this is supposed to be like the action bar that you would see in newer operating systems and newer phones that don't have a physical input buttons, like a home button would be on screen. So what they did was, since they only have a home button, they integrated all the other stuff into this bar. And the unfortunate part is, it doesn't work half the time. Like if I go into Netflix, and let's just say I want to turn it this way. Alright, so this I can tell is back, but here's the action overflow, settings and stuff. But this is home. Let's just start watching something. Let's start watching like this Archer episode. Alright, so you're watching this Archer episode, and okay, so everything went down. Now I want to like skip. Wait, what's going on here? Why can't I get the stuff to pop up? Oh, that's because the operating system is having a problem with full screen in Netflix. If I swipe down from the top, this comes out, but where's the menu bar and stuff? So the only thing I can do is just press the home button? No, you don't realize, but this is a back button up here. And if I do this again, this turns into the menu. This like area turns into the menu, but it doesn't do anything in Netflix. It's just a really strange thing that they have to explain to you, otherwise you're not going to be able to use it. Oh, so another thing about this. So you notice that there's no recent apps. So how to get that is you just swipe up. So if I was holding the device like this, you swipe up. Come on, let's go. Alright. So now I swipe up, and here's my recent applications. So I can go into like Netflix or the browser, the Play Store. But it's very unintuitive. It's not like you pick up the phone and it makes it obvious about what to do. So unfortunately, they made this seem a lot like an iPhone operating system, and that's unfortunate because I like Android, and a lot of people like Android. They like the customizability that Android performs, and what you can do on the operating system. So let's just look at the dialer real quick. I cleared the call log, but oh, it's down here. That's right, another unintuitive thing. So here's the dialer. You can dial stuff, right? No big deal. Now, unfortunately, this is where you have contacts, and this is where I'm going to blur that screen, by the way. So anyway, this dialer here does not actually fire the Android dialer intent. So things like Google Voice that captures the dialer intent and then calls using Google Voice just won't work. And I have no idea what they're doing, but they're mucking with operating system that they shouldn't be doing. Android, I don't get it. It works in TouchWiz and stuff, so I don't understand why it doesn't work with this. And if you actually connect this and look at it over ADB, you see a lot of weird services running that I don't normally see. So they're doing a lot of stuff with this Fly Me operating system that, I don't know, it just seems to be going away from what Android should be. See what this Maps program is. Okay, it's Google Maps. I don't need to look at it further. See what the gallery is? It's sort of like the stock stuff. I don't know why all those pictures of me are on there, but let's not do that. Note-taking application. Sure, it's pretty self-explanatory. This is your download manager. This is your SMS application, which you can download Hangouts for this anyway, so no big deal. You only get an email client. You have to actually download Gmail from the Play Store if you have it. The calendar is kind of strange, actually. I'd rather have the AOS, the Android open source project kind of calendar, or the Google Calendar. In fact, the Google Calendar is better, which you can download from the Play Store as well. So remember, most of the Google applications you can just directly get from the Play Store. So that's actually very positive. Let's check the camera out. Now the camera itself is acceptable. The quality is actually pretty good. And, you know, I'm not really here. Let's focus. Oh, second. See this thing. I'm going to focus on this little thing right here. Right there. See? I'm just gonna. It's a very fast shutter. Really, the camera's actually very good on this. I will give it credit for that. That's basically it, though. It's trying to be something that it shouldn't be. This is running Android. It should embrace that. You shouldn't have to have all these weird kind of like nuances that you have to understand or relearn. If you know Android, you should be able to pick up any Android device and start using it. And unfortunately, this is very unintuitive. Like, how would I know I could swipe up here? Or I understand that this is a home button, but where's the other stuff? Where's my recent applications? I swipe up here. What about over here? What does that do? How do I get rid of these? Oh, okay, so, wait, now where'd they all go? Like, that kind of stuff is just strange to me. So, if you like, you know, really customized operating systems, this may be for you, but honestly, it's just not worth it for me. Another thing you have to be concerned about is the support you get. If you buy a device, and let's just say that you're spending some money on it, you want it to be supported. The fact that I can't even get support on it, myself being a reviewer that's reviewing this, is very telling. Now that isn't to say maybe there's some extenuating circumstances. You know, hopefully Meizu will contact me after. We'll get this all squared away. But it's been months since I've reached out and said like there is this problem that I encountered, and nothing has happened with that. So if that's anything about how their support actually works across, you know, into the United States, you're not getting support. So this is pretty much you buy it and it's an as-is kind of thing, and that's unfortunate. But you know, if you're comparing this with other devices like the Nexus 5, it's like a no-brainer. And the no-brainer is buy the Nexus 5. It's $350, and you actually can get support if there's something wrong with it. Unfortunately, as it stands now, if everything in the hardware was working totally great, I would still have a tough time recommending this, because with all the application issues, with all the quirky operating system issues that I've been having, now, yes, it's Android, but it's such a skin version of Android, and they've done so many little modifications that make you think, like, why did they do that? For instance, the one I don't understand is, why is the screen unlock you can't do a regular pattern for Android? Like, every Android phone I've had, I can actually do a normal, 3x3 pattern unlock. This one you can't. It's mind-boggling, actually. I don't even understand why something as simple as those things in base Android they don't allow you to do. Hardware-wise, this is really great, right? It's basically ARM big little infrastructure, so you have 4x4 cores, meaning like you have 4 heavy-duty ARM cores and 4 light-duty ARM cores, so you get the battery life and the performance that you need when you need it. It's got NFC, it's got a lot of memory in it, it's got a lot of RAM in it. Overall, the hardware is great. It's the software that's lacking, and obviously the touchscreen issues that I'm having. And that's really, regardless of everything, again, and I keep saying this, regardless of everything that's going for the device, the software to me is the thing that's keeping this kind of device from being successful in the US market. Now overseas, I'm sure it's fine, and most people don't have Google Voice in the overseas market, and I know Netflix is not like that big of a deal in the overseas market, but for the US market, those things have to be ironed out. They have to be ironed out. Otherwise, nobody's going to recommend this type of device. Now, if you actually do want to get this device It's totally unlocked, but I've seen it for $460 on Amazon. Pretty expensive device for what it's doing. And like I said, you can get a Nexus 5 totally unlocked as well for $350. Again, seems like a no-brainer to me. I would pick up the Nexus 5 over this. Now, when they release the LTE version of this, maybe they'll have a better version of the operating system. And maybe it'll look more like stock Android, because that's what it actually needs. You put stock Android on this, you got a winner in my book. Fix the touchscreen issue, great. Stock Android, great. You have a winner in my book. Other than that, no. You're going to have to stay away from the device, especially when you're in the US market. I don't really like bashing a product if it's not warranted, but unfortunately, with the support that I've gotten and the actual touchscreen issues, the operating system issues, you got to do what you got to do. And unfortunately, this is one of those times that you have to bash a product. It wants to be a good product. It's just the operating system it just can't be a good product because of what it is, and it sucks. And you know what? I hate saying it. It's easier to bash a product than it is to make a good review. So yeah, that sucks. I give Meizu some credit for being at CES, for passing these out to review, and that's where I got it from. I was at CES walking around, I saw Meizu and I knew all about them, I said all about them, and the PR agency that was there said, oh, do you want to review it? So I said, sure. I took it home, had no problems with it for a couple weeks, and all of a sudden the touchscreen started screwing up. And then I'm like, okay, so now I can test their support out, and there was no support. And right there, that's basically very telling. So what was I to do? I basically am posting this right now to show you why you shouldn't buy this product right now as is. Maybe in the future we'll revisit it, but not right now. So Meizu, if you're watching this review, if you're watching this, contact me, send me a working unit, and then we will look at it again, give you another shot. And if you have the LTE version coming out, I'd be happy to review that as well. ASE Labs and ASE Publishing wants to thank Meizu for allowing us to review this product. They gave it to us at CES, so thanks a lot, but stay away from it. For ASE Labs and ASE Publishing, I'm Aaron Schatz, and thank you for watching. Please be sure to subscribe to our RSS feeds on ASE Labs, and you're watching our YouTube video right now, so you might as well hit that subscribe button. You'll be informed of all our videos, and we post them pretty often nowadays, so let us know how we're doing. Post a video response, post some comments in the forums, post a comment on this video. We'd love to hear from you. Thanks for watching.